Welcome back. We're getting this horrific story from Bengaluru. It's a classic case of civic apathy which has claimed another life in the city. A 75-year-old specially abled man called Ahmed died after he met with a road accident because of a pothole in the Kamakshipalya area of the city. Well, this incident has once again brought to fore the poor conditions of roads and deadly accidents resulting out of it in the city of Bangalore. This accident comes days after Bengaluru's civic body decided to fill all potholes before the 30th of September. Following the tragic death of the 75-year-old man, Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai has said that he has instructed the BBMP to fill all the potholes on a war footing.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಬಂತು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಳೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಈಗ ಗುಂಡಿ ಮುಚ್ಚಿಸೋಕೆ BBMP ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನ್ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ಗೆ ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅದು ಬರುವಂತ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ವಾರ್ ಫುಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
Nagarjun is getting us more details on that story. Nagarjun, like we were talking about it also, this is not the first time, unfortunately will not be the last time. We've seen several such incidents in the past as well, and Bengaluru is particularly notorious for potholes and accidents of this nature, really, isn't it?
That's true, Sneha. Unfortunately for this notorious potholes that has resurfaced and a senior citizen has lost his life. I'm coming to you from the location where this incident happened. Behind me is the pothole. You can see it's at least half a feet in depth and 7 feet in length, and this is what happened when late night he came and it was raining, it was pouring continuously. He could not see the pothole and it was water filled, and then he met with an accident as he lost his balance. And this is just on the nice road, just off the nice road in the Bengaluru city limits, and this also comes under BBMP. According to what the data that we are trying to get is, there are lakhs or thousands, at least thousands of potholes, including in the main roads of the city, in the arterial roads of the city. And the BBMP and the Chief Minister have put out a deadline that by September 30th, there will have to be no pothole within the city, and all the potholes will have to be asphalted, and even newly laid roads will have to be asphalted, is what the BBMP Commissioner has been instructed by the government. But at this point of time, what we can confirm is that a 75-year-old senior citizen lost his life for an unfortunate incident, for no mistake of his, that the apathy from the civic official costed his life. Look at the pothole right behind me. It's such big pothole, and not just one. There are hundreds of this across the city. But now, however, the government has woken up, and September 30th is the deadline to fill all the remaining potholes.
But who will be held accountable here really is the question, Nagarjun. We can fill the potholes, but the lives that have been lost, we've never really seen civic agencies like the BBMP, for example, anybody there being pulled up for an incident of this horrific accident, for the death of a person because of that pothole that could have been filled, isn't it?
Well, that's true. The investigation is on. The police, local traffic police, are verifying the details as to what exactly happened. Post that, they would intimate or at least give a report to the chief commissioner of BBMP as to what exactly happened and when did this pothole come up and who was the contractor who was responsible to maintain the road. All this will happen in the coming weeks. But right now what we can see is the apathy. Since I was just talking to a local resident here, he was saying that since 1 year, this pothole has been existing and no one bothered to even come see it here. They have been complaining to the local officials, but there has been no response. So this has been across the areas in Bengaluru that potholes are existing, but however, the BBMP seems to be blind for these potholes.
Brijesh Kalappa of the Congress party is with us. Nagarjun, just be with us. I'll just come back to you for more on that. Brijesh Kalappa, what do you make of this? In fact, the Chief Minister has now said that fill up all the potholes on a war footing, but this response is coming after a precious life has been lost in this horrific act of negligence really by the civic agencies.
So this is clearly a case of 100% gross negligence, and this is something which the state must own up responsibility for. You see, when the BJP promised that give us a double-engine government, that we'll have the state and we'll have the centre, and in addition, the people gave them the BBMP also. The BJP was in power continuously in the BBMP, and this is the kind of governance that they're providing. And, even after having promised the sky and the moon, this is the kind of promises that the BJP is delivering, is something which is really causing agony and pain to the people of Karnataka. Besides, fact that, so many lives have been lost to COVID and such others. Now, in addition to that, is this gross negligence of the authorities, civic authorities, which is causing pain. And how long can this really go on? Unless the Chief Minister were to say X is responsible for this.
But Brijesh Kalappa, I understand what you're saying. But if you just talk about how the BJP really is in control of the administration there, it's not like pothole that's have not happened in the past as well when you were a part of the coalition government. So it's collective political responsibility also, isn't it?
See, we had never promised that give us two governments, and in any case, we never had two governments. One at the center, which would pump us more money, the state, which could give us, the leverage in the city, and three, the BBMP. The BJP has had that advantage. We have never had that kind of advantage. You see, it was always a different government at the center. It was always a different BBMP which was ruling. So I don't think one could be blamed for that. Right?
Okay. All right, Brijesh Kalappa. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing your point of view with us. But that is, in fact, a story we're keeping a very close eye on from Bengaluru. It's a classic case, like I said, of civic apathy where a pothole has taken the life of a 75-year-old man.